What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Make sure that you log in, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, J.Matthew TV. You hear a little background noise there, it's just a little, a little outside, sitting here chilling in this nice weather that we have in where I'm at for the time being. And what's going on, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? We about to get into this. So, I got a couple topics I'm going to cover and talk about and discuss and everything else like that. Excuse me. And we're going to have some fun. What up, everybody? What's going on? So you can see where it's me. So we're going to have some fun. I'm going to go ahead and commentate these videos and these topics today. So one is about, Vladimir Putin and Russia. I'm guessing finally, or I'm not going to say finally, I'll say are now starting to attack Ukraine. And we're going to see why is it that Vladimir Putin wants, Ukraine so bad, or to go to war, or wherever the issue may be. Also want to talk about, let me see, what else we're going to cover today. I want to talk about a couple of things with that Super Bowl halftime show, and you tell me what you think. I think I might have said something before, but I'm going a little bit, deeper with this thing and see what it is that you see. See if you seen what it is I see. Because when I saw that halftime show, I felt like it didn't look real to me. Like, it was real, but I felt like I was watching like a cut scene out of like Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, it seemed real, but the way they like filmed it and the angles and stuff like that, the first whole layout with this house or neighborhood looking display and everything, the color of it being black and white, and it's like they're setting you up to see something or transitioning. I really do think that there's going to be a time where, or we're coming to the time where, humans, and robots are going to start converting, or things are going to start converting more over to, electronics, far as robots and whatnot. I mean, hell, we doing it now, So let's go ahead and get into this. I want to go ahead. Let's see what video here I want to show first. How real is it, the invasion? I want to hear from Putin himself. Okay, let's see.
The U.S. and its allies scrambling to respond to Putin's aggression. The White House announcing sanctions on trade and financing in the breakaway regions of Ukraine, but not, so far, against Russia itself. And to be clear, these are not the biting sanctions that the administration has been threatening. Let's bring in Michael McFaul. He's former U.S. ambassador to Russia. He's met and negotiated face-to-face with Putin. Ambassador, you tweeted this today. After Hitler annexations and wars, we created the UN Security Council.
Let me say before I continue that all video and clips and music are not my property. They're used solely for educational purposes. They're solely used for educational purposes and for me to share with you and do commentary on. They are not my sole property. I do not own any of these clips. They are the sole founder of the website, pages, or YouTube channels, or Twitters, or Instagrams, or whatever I may go to on social media that belongs to that person or individual group, or, said company. So with that being said, let's continue.
To create laws and norms against annexation, against great powers taking territory from smaller powers. Putin just did that. The world has to respond now, right now. So, how should the world respond?
Well, number one, I think it's right. The Ukrainian government's asked for a meeting of the UN Security Council. That won't resolve anything because Russia has a veto there, but I think it needs to have a large debate so that people understand that this is an invasion.
Difficult.
I agree. great point. And it's been very difficult and hard to put this coalition together right.
Okay, let me see. Ukraine said to declare a state. Let's just go ahead to the recent.
I get seasick, but I'll take it. I make smart money decisions. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Ukraine is set to declare a state of emergency as tensions with Russia boil over.
The measure will likely be approved within 48 hours and will last 30 days. It will exclude Donetsk and Luhansk, the two Russian-controlled separatist regions Putin has declared independent. Emergency measures have been in place in those areas since 2014.
Meanwhile, Russia is announcing the financial measures it will take to protect itself in light of U.S. sanctions designed to cut Moscow off from Western financing.
Despite all the maneuvering, President Putin says he is still open to, quote, direct and honest dialogue with the caveat Russia's security concerns are non-negotiable. CBS News' Deborah Alfarone has...
See, like, you gotta understand, man, like, you know, you heard about these things in the good book, you know, in the rumors of war, you know, going on. You know, I've said before how I felt as far as how much time we may have left here on this planet. I'll say far as being human beings, I can't speak for the planet. I would have to be here after everyone is gone to have to answer something like that. And I know I'm not and I don't. But I know that for sure, you know, I think we, over time, if you look at time and you look at all the things that human beings have done, you know, all the things we've done to each other, all the things that we have done to the planet, all the things that we have done to animals, you know, I mean, children. I mean, it goes on and on and on. You know, there's like almost nothing left. That's why you hear billionaires like Elon Musk talking about we got to move to another planet. You hear, you know, what's that guy and the guy that was in the wheelchair, Hawking or whatever, Stephen Hawking, I think that's Stephen Hawking or whatever. You know, he even said something like, we gotta get off this planet in the next 100 years or something like that. You know, this planet isn't going to make it. And it's like, we hear about dinosaurs, we hear about all these phases of life, you know, were these all like restarts and resets of these planets, and now this planet is like on this last like limb or whatever? Like, are we the last cycle of trying on this planet? I mean, it's just crazy. You know, now we're like coming to the end. Things are starting to like slowly wrap up. You got to understand, things are done slowly but fast at the same time. You might not even notice like taxes going up or something like that until it slowly, gradually goes up and it hits you in your home, in your city, in your state, on your block, or wherever you at. Like this whole pandemic. Look how all these truckers are having all these boycotts and all this other stuff that they're doing. You go to these supermarkets, you go to these supermarkets, they barely got anything on the shelves. You know, that's a trickle effect of all that. And when you got Putin sitting here, you know, they're saying he got demands and this, that, and the third or another. It's hard on this planet now to believe or trust anything. Even when you see it on camera, like, they might be twisting his words around. They might even be translating him wrong. You know, when they translate him. We don't know. You know, you hear people from Ukraine saying that the United States keep making all these, alleged, stories up of them being attacked, and they're not worried about nothing, to now Putin is starting to attack or protect, the separatists and everything. I mean, come on. This don't sound familiar. If you heard this in the good book, this don't sound familiar to you. But let's go ahead. Let's get into this.
More from the White House. Ukraine announced a state of emergency and is mobilizing its National Guard in response to the threat from Russia.
Plan A is to utilize every tool of diplomacy to deter Russia and prevent further escalation. And if that fails, Plan B is to fight for every inch of our land and every city and every village.
The U.S. says Russia continues to send forces into rebel-held areas of eastern Ukraine, and satellite images show the Russian buildup along Ukraine's borders growing, including field hospitals being set up.
Russia's moved supplies of blood and medical equipment into position on their border. You don't need blood unless you plan on starting a war.
President Biden announced the first set of sanctions against Russia, targeting two large Russian banks with ties to the military and cutting the country off from Western financing.
These have been closely coordinated with our allies and partners and will continue to escalate sanctions if Russia escalates.
President Biden warned that the sanctions against Russia will have an impact on Americans, especially at the gas pump.
As we do this, I'm going to take robust action.
You know, it's crazy. Like this whole thing, this whole planet, human beings, they're forced to drive for anything is money, sex, and power. Money, sex, and power. That's it. That's all they want. When it comes to power and money, you just gotta look at the main sources. Gold, oil. Those are the two right there. Gold, oil, then you know, diamonds and all that other stuff and whatever, you know, the guns and butter and all that other stuff. But, you know, you hear them say it's gonna affect at the pump. I don't know where you live at. I know where I live at. It's almost $5. It's almost at $5. It's almost there. It's about a hut you away from $500. $5. I mean, you put in $3 now, that shit gonna giggle at you. Like, nigga, quit playing. Just go on and get. You know, get back in that damn car. That motherfucking needle ain't even gonna move. Shit, $3 used to get you a lot. Excuse me. I think I got slight hiccups. All right, let's watch.
Make sure the pain of our sanctions is targeted at the Russian economy, not ours.
Fuel prices are already on the rise, reaching 7-year highs. Russia accounts for about 12% of the global supply of oil and 17% of natural gas supplies. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
And joining us now from Kyiv is CBS News foreign correspondent Charlie D'Agata. Hi, Charlie. So how will this state of emergency impact Ukrainians?
Well, immediately the government has come out and said we're going to try to not impact day-to-day life, and this shouldn't force that may be moving into that territory if they haven't already.
Charlie, we know there are lots of sanctions coming at Russia. The Kremlin says these sanctions won't only hurt them, but the countries imposing them. For Americans and its allies, what could that mean?
I tell you what, you know, there's gonna come a point where, you know, I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about this later. I don't want to get into it too much right now, but you know, all these countries are gonna start falling apart. You know, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. You know, somebody who's already here is going to come along, you know, with the solution for it all, you know. And this person is going to be very articulate, which everyone knows this person is already. This person is going to be able to speak well, which we know this person already does. This person is going to be able to talk on both sides and make them both agree. And that's what we know this person already is good for. You know, they say, I always make a joke and say, you know, there's 3 people you don't talk about, on Earth, and people will bash you like online, and that's Jesus, Beyonce, and this other person. I'm not going to say their name, but that third person there. You say anything about them, the whole world ready to, you talk about beehives and all that other stuff, man. But look, you got these two countries about to go to semi-war, and you hear him saying it's going to affect this country. We're already being affected by what's going on in Canada, and the mandate with all this vaccine stuff. Then you got the inner problems from state to state within the country. It's like, I don't understand, and I say this all the time, I don't understand for the life of me. I don't understand this. If our good creator gave me a whole planet basically and said, just don't touch this. But do you know the first thing I would have done, and I know if I said this before, but I'm saying it again, or I'm saying it now. First thing I would have did was ran far the hell away as I can away from that. Because if I'm away from it and I'm nowhere near it, I can't be tempted by it. We can play the blame game or whatever like that, but we all in this together. We got to try to make it right, We are part of our creator because our creator is, created us, and, we're part of each other, on the spiritual sense. But anyway, with that being said, let's go on and finish watching this. Then we're going to move to the next topic, all right?
Well, sanctions are always a two-way street. If you say that we are no longer going to be trading with you, or we're going to hurt you in terms of not allowing any financial transactions to take place, or taking away the money of the oligarchs, there are ways that they can punish. We've already seen fuel prices go up. And it's not just because of what's happening here in terms of the instability and the fact that we may be on the verge of a huge military aggression from Russia into Ukraine itself, but it's because of these sanctions, because the way the money markets work, and the fact that the Russians have many ways, some obvious, some less obvious, of hurting NATO, hurting the West, cyber attacks, all kinds of ways for them to strike back. So there is no punishment that goes unpunished, certainly when it comes to President Putin and this regime.
And how likely are we to see fighting, Charlie? As you know, Ukraine started to draft reservists today after a decree from President Zelensky. He called Ukraine a peaceful nation, but he said, quote, "If we keep silent now, we will be extinct tomorrow." So should we be expecting some fighting as Russian troops continue moving into Ukraine? Will there be a military response by Ukrainian forces?
I think it's just a question. It's no longer a question of if, but when. When President Putin gave formal recognition to those two breakaway republics, said that he has the option to send take place. And once they reach, if that is the intention of President Putin and the Russian military, to reach that line of contact, well, now they are into this part of Ukraine. What's going to precede that? Is it going to be airstrikes? Are they going to try to take down air defenses? Are there going to be cyber attacks? That is where we're starting to look at people being more concerned now than they were a couple of days ago here in the capital, where there is no sign at all of panic or fear. There's no panic buying. People are going to work. The subways are full. Things are getting real, and they're getting real by the moment, getting real by the hour, because of what's happening in the East and the fear that it could spread, or that it is President Putin's plan and has been all along.
Okay, so they say Putin saying and doing everything he can to go into war with Ukraine to take over Ukraine, but we will see. The future will tell. Okay, so let's see here. That's that story. Just keep watch what's going on. like I said, there's gonna be someone we already know that's here. They're gonna be the one to bring everything together. Yep. And some people are gonna even beg this person to. Beg them, please help us, please. He's gonna be bashful and they're gonna be bashful and shy, you know it. Oh, I don't think I can handle all that. I don't know. But then you'll see that person turn into something else. So, anyway, let's go on to the next subject. I'll be watching these Karens and all that other stuff. But, look, listen here. We had Michael Jordan meeting Mary J. Blige, okay? This shit here was crazy as hell, okay? Now, on my channel, I do commentary on everything, alright? Anything and everything. And I do it right here in front of you. And right where so you can see it. So you know I'm not making this up. You see it for yourself. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if a broke nigga would have did this, or a broke brother, I should say, this would have been sexual harassment. Now, Michael Jordan, I mean, Hollywood, you know how they get down, they do whatever. Michael Jordan, I could swear he married. And, he's smacking her on the ass. And this motherfucker married. Check this out. Look at this. You smack that butt. You keep holding that hook.
Oh, slap.
And don't sit up here and tell me that's some old, that's just his basketball in him, when they smack him on the ass when they do that. She ain't shoot no shot. He shooting his goddamn shot, though. Look at his hand. Your hand should be up above the motherfucking waist. This nigga was thirstier than a dry hole at a motherfucking country strip club that could ever be. Look at Ludacris' little afro ass. Ludacris trying to look like 2002 again. Oh my gosh, man. Now that's my guy. I like Ludacris. He alright. It's like, I don't fuck with none of these motherfuckers. All these guys and girls and women and whatever you want to come, they weird. They weird, man. They weird. That's why when you young, you say you want to be this and be that, and then you get older and realize what being that would entitle you to do. You can't say you can be whatever you want, because you can't be whatever you want unless you're willing to do whatever you want or whatever you have to do to be whatever you want. Then yeah, I guess that applies. But anyway, this motherfucker here, he wanted to grab the whole thing though. He was going to sacrifice his life for publishing rights. He's going to risk it all. He wanted to put Mary J. Booty in his mouth, man. Michael Jordan don't touch people, yo. So this shit was serious. This is real. This dude about to risk it all, boy.
Mike was already the order to take.
I'm like, yo, man, this guy here is crazy. He grabbed slapped Mary J on the butt. He slapped Mary J. Yeah, they got entangled already. They shouldn't have had a Jada Pinkett moment there. That was crazy. I was like, yo, how does he just get away with that? Because he's Michael Jordan, I guess. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of power. You could just smack a motherfucker on their ass when you want to and all that other shit. Yo, it's crazy. All right, so I'm going to tell you right now, I think he did risk it all. Whoever his wife is, she probably some Barbie. And I ain't got nothing to do with color or whatever. She's, oh my God, why could you do that, Michael? You embarrass me. You embarrass our family. What am I going to tell the neighbors when we have lunch on Tuesdays down on the Rodale Drive? What am I supposed to tell them? Huh? Look, listen here, bitch. I mean, look, listen here. All I did was pat her on the back. I thought it was a back. I thought it was a motherfucking back. I ain't know her ass was up that high. You know what I mean? It ain't like I felt something jiggly or something like that, which it did a little bit. But, I mean, damn. You get mad over a little tap on the booty? I mean, damn. I mean, it was the upper part. It wasn't the lower part. If I would have smacked the lower part of her ass, that's violating. If I'm smacking the upper part, I'm thinking that's her back. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, man. Yo. Anyways, man. Shout out to all these websites.
With Mary as he seemingly praised the singer for her side. Shortly after, Jordan posed for a photo with the R&B star and Vanessa would react to the photo. I see that hand Michael Jordan. One person jokingly wrote, Michael died. Shortly after, Jordan posed for a photo with the R&B star and Vanessa Bryant. In the picture, fans have Michael Jordan. One person called it quits after February 19th event. The 51-year-old Bronx native entertained the crowd by singing their recent joint single Amazing, while Mary did well on stage. Many people were not amused by DJ Khaled's presence. One user in particular.
Look, he was real handsy with her. Look where his hand is at. Michael Jordan got his hands all over her ass, man. He damn near molesting her ass. Or sexually harassing the hell out of her right now. I'm glad Mary Jane my wife, because me and that nigga would have a conversation. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Fuck your funky ass sneakers. Some shit's too tight and small any damn way. You really can't jump that damn high anyway. If somebody bust you upside, I would go the hell off if, allegedly, hypothetically speaking, Mary J. Blige is my wife and I seen this. Because this is totally inappropriate, man. And you got a wedding ring on too, man. You grabbing her ass with your wedding ring. With your wedding hand. And that's the left hand with the wedding band. That's the third finger right there. Right where it's crazy because the wedding band sitting on another woman's ass that ain't his wife. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Lamented. DJ Khaled ruins everything. A different user wondered, what was DJ Khaled doing? Someone else, meanwhile, opined, DJ Khaled just shouts for no reason. This wasn't the only note.
I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But anyway, let's see here. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up here. Make sure you log in, like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think about Michael Jordan not keeping his damn hands to himself. You know, I mean, Mary J, she probably ain't going to say nothing because she's probably thinking, you know, that's Michael Jordan. That might be a financial, shit ain't, hey, Mike, I'd let you feel that booty. Can you slide into Cash App? Slide to my Cash App one time at MJB, cash $, MJB 411, and put the motherfucking and put that motherfucking money, drop it off in the motherfucking Cash App. I mean, this guy, he just totally, molesting. That's creepy, man. Look where his hand is. Let me put it over here so y'all can see this. Look where this man's hand is at. Look where his hand is. His wedding ring. His wedding ring, man. Let me get closer so I can point it up so you can see what I'm pointing at. His wedding band right there. That motherfucker right there is on the booty. What the fuck is that? That's on the goddamn booty. What the fuck is wrong with you, Michael? And look, right here. So you can see it's the same hand right here. You see, it's the same hand. It's the same hand, right? Then switch it back over here. It's blown up. What's going on, man? How do you feel about, the whole situation with Russia and Ukraine? Please make sure you leave a comment below. Help support the channel so I can build my channel, help it grow, get microphones, get a studio layout, things of that nature. Start to receive and take in calls to do more and better lives for you to enjoy and see and watch. That Cash App is $, capital J, capital M, lowercase ATTHEW 83 on the Cash App. All donations will be greatly appreciated. I do take like 10% of my donations and try to give it to a local charity or whatnot, you know, to make sure it's something that's given back or try to pay it forward a little bit. That's if and when I receive donations. But anyway, make sure you log in, like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you feel. Tell me how you think about the whole Russia-Ukraine situation. If you live over in Russia, if you live in Ukraine, leave a comment below and tell me what is it that you're experiencing. Ooh, I spit. Excuse me. Tell me what it is that you're experiencing over there. You know, is it really dangerous? They show clips of bombs being dropped in certain cities in Ukraine. Is this actually going on? You know, touch bases, you know, with us, because we got people that do care about anybody, everybody, regardless of where you're from. All right, so yeah, keep that in mind. And again, Michael Jordan, keep your nasty cotton pick your fingers to your damn self. You're supposed to be holding your wife like that. Your wife ain't even there. And if your wife is there, I don't know if they said that's his wife right there. I don't think that's her. But regardless, you shouldn't be having your hands on no damn woman like that. Anyway, I'm J.Matthew. Make sure you, again, log in, like, share, subscribe for the 18th time. And I'm out. Peace.